know about DJ Assault, you should. Fucking legend. All right, I got some time, so I'm gonna do my weekend scan. Just another routine weekend scan, just so that I don't have to do it tomorrow. I got a bunch of shit going on, so I'm gonna take advantage of this 7 o'clock hour and just knock it out. So focus list is empty. I'm gonna run through the knees more sideways list, see if we can prune some things, and see if we can add some things to the focus list. Neo, I like. I mean, it's really not like in theme with anything, but the flag looks good, and peace out, DJ Sold. Things are kind of shaping up here. It can make big moves, and it trades a shit ton of volume. I doubt I'm going to trade it though, so I'm just going to leave it there. Open, I own this in 2 accounts now. The small account is basically full ported, and my main account actually has a considerable amount of shares from Thursday. So this one's really interesting to me because it has more social buzz than any other name that I've seen recently. It's actually quite interesting, just the way that the events have developed over the last week. It's comical. It definitely makes you question whether or not we're living in a simulation, but just like from first principles, big move up, pull back, undercut, reclaim, surf, get tight, expanded on Thursday, big sustained volume. I mean, this thing's come from 50 cents. It ran 1,000% in 2 weeks, and it's still holding up. And honestly, it's pressing. I mean, it's pressing in the upper 70% of this range on sustained volume. Actually, increased volume as of the last 2 days. I don't know where this thing can go, but the business to me is actually kind of fascinating. I don't want to fall into the lure, and I'm trying to stay like completely unbiased as I think through this, but I can definitely see my main holding this long term. I have a good enough cost basis now. It's about 250. So, I mean, potentially, I mean, I'm not gonna let it go below my average, but who knows where this thing could actually go. I've heard some people talk about it as if it could be like CVNA number 2, and like in a weird way, you know, they are kind of similar. And what's even weirder is in the bottom of 2023, they both bottomed and gave some really good moves, except CVNA obviously went on to make a 12,000%, just probably the greatest recovery in stock market history, at least that I've studied. And Open just kind of, you know, stayed flat. Actually, just kept going down. But with regard to being like a marketplace, you know, Open, you can sell homes on the platform, and Carvana, you can sell your car, right? And it kind of like empowers owners, with flexibility, just to be able to list their goods and sell them essentially. I don't know. I really don't know, but regardless, there's a lot of ape buzz around it. I'm a momentum trader, so we'll see where it takes us. But I will be paying attention closely to the story because I am a momentum trader transitioning into a position in long-term trader, more of an investor type mindset, because I feel like that is the way that I'll be able to scale my capital best in the coming years. But I'm gonna always use my TA skills to get myself well situated. But yeah, I mean, this thing probably has my most attention right now. It's interesting. It is interesting. They got their CEO ousted. The fucking apes of Twitter, or X, excuse me, essentially got, made her crack, and she resigned Thursday or Friday, and they have the new interim CEO in, and he seems rearing and ready to go. I'd be curious to see who ends up being the full-time lead of the company, but typically the interim kind of handles that. But I don't know. We'll see. Pony looks good. Pony's actionable. EV, AI, China. I mean, the chart looks great. Big move up. It's proved that it can make really big moves really fast. It trades a lot of volume, $100 million a day, and it's tight. Looks good. Hinge looks good. It's thin though. It's real thin, but it looks good. It broke out of this little IPO base after earnings. It's putting on this little flag over this high volume close. I mean, it's actionable. It looks good. We are heading into, the seasonality, sideways and downtrending markets, rotation into more value stuff. So who knows? Plug looks great. I think this one will end up being a big runner. We'll probably see all of these alt energy shitcos make big moves like they did in 2022, I think, or maybe even 2021 it was. But this one trades a lot of volume. Mainly though, it's inorganic volume though. Like you see all this like blockiness. I call it robo trading. I mean, that's essentially what it is. It's literally, robots essentially exchanging shares, making liquidity. Usually when there's like a big volume thrust though, it gets lost. You don't really see it anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty inorganic down there. But overall, the chart shaping up. My tinfoil hat, thinks that they could be shaping the chart to look attractive. I don't know, but regardless, I'm not gonna let that cloud my judgment. It looks pretty good. This is another AP name that's got a lot of buzz because of that lady's, I guess, what was it, the American Eagle commercial. I watched it. It was fucking stupid. It was stupid. I don't understand anything about it, to be honest. It doesn't make any sense. I thought the commercial was trash, one. Two, probably unpopular opinions. I don't think Sydney Sweeney's a 10 out of 10. Hey, I don't think so. And three, it like went over my head 3 times because I didn't really pay attention to the hoopla about, why people are pissed off about it, why it made people mad, and like it just went over my head, and then finally like it clicked because she said she had good genes. Yeah, that's debatable, but regardless, I don't think it deserves really any negative attention or positive for that matter. But the chart's holding up, and it can make pretty big moves. I don't know though. You get the apes hands on it, and the Wall Street Bet crew. They can make water into wine, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of choppy. Like if it moves like this, I'm not very interested in it. I want to see it move. Like this candle right here, arguably, is probably one of the biggest single-day candles it's ever had. 22% on probably the highest volume ever. Yeah, I doubt it's had a candle like that. This one was pretty fucked. Earnings. That one was pretty fucked, but yeah, I don't know. You let the Wall Street Bet guys get their hands on it, and you can see this thing really expand. But I don't know. I don't know. I tried buying it on, what was this, Wednesday, and I just got stopped out the next day. It just kind of fizzled, just squatted out. But it looks good again. It looks good. I mean, I would buy it. I'll put it up there. I'm not like super pumped on it or thrilled by any means. Like, there's far more social media buzz around Open, and just like, yeah, far more around Open than there is American Eagle. This is a hell of a move on the Google data center investment news. I bought a little bit of it Friday, just a tiny bit, as it went back through the high volume close of Thursday. Because that's a standard setup that I'll use for potential EP plays, where you have like the highest volume ever bar, which we had Thursday, and usually the next day they open lower than the close of the high volume day. And what you do is you essentially are buying the UNR back through that line. So it works well on like earnings EPs or story EPs, potential story EPs like this. One day I'll talk about how I think EP is the most misused term in stock trading. People call, fuck it, I'll just talk about it right now. People call like candles like this EPs. EP is not known until time has passed. The very term itself, I mean, it's an abbreviation for episodic pivot. I even think, Pradeep hasn't defined it well enough. But he kind of goes back and forth in some of his definitions and the way he talks about it. But the way that I think about it is it's a pivot where it's like a new episode, or it's a complete character change within a company's story, causing an extremely, like a very strong move in either direction that's pivotal, that's truly company trajectory changing, or company price trajectory changing. So it's either a great big leap towards the upside or the downside. So you can have negative or positive EPs. But how do you know if it's truly company changing? Well, price has to tell you. But can price tell you that in one day? I mean, I would say no, it can't. But it can point you in the right direction. So there's many criteria that can align, that can give you the predictive, or the ability to better predict whether or not a move is going to be a true EP. So one that comes to the top of my head is Abercrombie. So Abercrombie was just doing nothing for a decade, like literally like 10 years, like completely sideways in this range, doing nothing. And then all of a sudden it has this downtrend break this day, and it was on volume on earnings. And when it had its second, oh boy, I lost everything. Where were we? The view is all whack now. Okay. Here we go. Okay. When it had its second ER here, that was like the true like confirmation of the episodic pivot in my mind. So like this first one was like, okay, great. Like we popped up out of this range, big earnings, turnaround story. And like you weren't able to call it, like, it's like in hindsight, like you only really know in hindsight. So like up here, you could have like very well like concluded that the earnings down here were indeed an episodic pivot, because I don't know how many times we've seen like earnings, oh, that's an EP candle, and then it just comes and fades and just comes right back into the range. Like, was that truly an episodic pivot? And the answer would be no in that theoretical instance. But here, it definitely was. So like you don't know until a lot of time has passed. you just don't know until a lot of time has passed. So when people go like, oh, EP, like has it truly changed the character of the company in like a meaningful, very long-term way? Not very long-term, but long-term way. Like this earnings, that earnings down there, changed the trajectory of the company for 3 years, essentially, or maybe 2. Yeah, about maybe 1. Shit. Let's see how long it actually was. I mean, it caused the stock to go up 560% over a year. So I would say that that's an EP. Now it's come back down a lot, but still, let's look at it on higher time frame. But still, though, I mean, we're holding well outside of that range. So I would say that that was an EP. Now it's a fad stock, right? Like fads come and go, but nonetheless. All right, let's get back to the list. Speak of the devil. This thing. I want to short it. This looks like a short to me now. I mean, God bless it. It ran $12,000 from the lows. It's just chewed shorts. You know, it's just chewed them up for the past couple of years. But like, we're heading into seasonality. Like, from a technical perspective, we failed all-time highs. It's like a failed breakout here. We have a bearish divergence on the weekly. We got a weekly cross down. Like, I think that it is a decent shot at a short. You can probably get a really low risk entry, like risking this left side peak or even shorting against it for a breakdown to like the 200 or even lower. I mean, fact of the matter is, this chart is fucked right now. It would need a tremendous amount of sideways and chopping to set back up again. I mean, it's up 12,000%. I mean, this might be the most mispriced stock of all time. Like, I don't know. I don't know enough about it to really comment too much, but again, just from a technical perspective, it's losing a lot of momentum. Strong bear divergence on the MACD. It's super tight up here. Like, you could get a clean, and it's got a lot of volume. I mean, it trades a lot of volume. It trades $1 billion a day in volume. I mean, that's outrageous. So, like, you know, there's no real risk in my mind. Like, it would just be like routine risk, but the upside from the downside would be tremendous, I think. I mean, I don't see why this thing can't retrace, 30-40% real quick, like real quick. So this one is just gonna stay on like my focus list. CoreWeave was a bummer. I mean, I nailed the lows heading into earnings. It just had a shit reaction. I sold right in afters, so I didn't give back too much. I sold 50% on this day, 8/11, but still, bummer. This one's been really strong. I haven't really had time to look into it too much yet, but Peloton too, Peloton, and Peloton may end up being a good AI play. I could really see some disruption in like home gym, the home gym and home exercise category. Just with the advent of AI, I mean, fuck, I think literally anything that you can think of, there's an angle that AI can disrupt it. And so, I don't know how, but I mean, one can just start imagining like Peloton's suite of equipment and just how they could enhance it with software and just personalized stuff, more sensors, things like that would be really cool. I'm looking at mine right here. I got one like over my shoulder. It's the most expensive coat rack I've bought. I bought it when it like first came out and I got no miles on it. It's just, I don't know, I just don't like it. But it's a sick coat rack. Like, it is a sick fucking coat rack. It holds my coats very nicely. It's got a lot of dust on it though right now. You know what I didn't like about it? I didn't like the step-in shoes. So I got the basket shoes, or I got the basket like, I don't even know what you call them. Feet baskets for the pedals to hold my feet in. But yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. But I think though that they could probably end up figuring something out. We'll see. See how that story develops. So yeah, as I progress more into like longer term holds, I'm diving much more into the story and the actual math, the actual numbers, their balance sheets, and I build models a lot. Most of you guys don't know this, but I live in spreadsheets, or maybe you do. Some of you know it. So I'm very very comfortable in spreadsheets. I model my own businesses often. I build pro formas. I build some fucking crazy calculators in my day. So I enjoy modeling things out, and so I get to apply the skill set that I've developed, for my own businesses and whatnot, and evaluating others. And I kind of have, I think, edge there because me being an entrepreneur and me, building businesses from the ground up, allows me to understand and to think through problems that companies may have from, founder perspective, from, actually building the thing from the ground up perspective, which is a little bit of a different lens. Anywho, Palantir, I don't know. It looks like a short, but I'm not touching it. I just keep it on my needs more sideways list because I always want to watch where it's at. But coin forever frustrating people. I'm just gonna remove coin. I should clean this up a little bit. PDD, I'm long. AMD is strong. All right, UUU looks great. This thing looks good. On the last episode, I talked a lot about these clean ramps. Like this, to me, there's all sorts of different ways that we can talk about character change. And whether price is clearing a level that's important, or there's like some news event or story or whatever. This is a sign for me. Excuse me. Where you just have really fucking strong bullish price action out of a range, multi-day, just marching ants, one after another. I mean, these candles, like this might be like the strongest week this company's ever had, well, at least in recent history, and it's coming out of a real big slump, and it's riding on the tailwinds of just market demands and themes. So it's super tight up here. The 20's caught up. I don't know. It looks damn good. It reminds me of AEVA in a way, where AEVA had that like 100% ramp up. A little different, but AEVA right down here. But it had just these like power candles, just busting out of this kind of nothingness era, right? So it is pretty similar, and then it leads to this super tight, like picture perfect flag, and then it runs another 500% or whatever. So UUU kind of feels the same. Feels very similar to me. I would like to see a couple more sideways days, and this MACD to kind of cross and move up. I don't want to get chopped up trying to buy it, but it looks really good. I don't know. It could go any day. It really could go any day. So I will put it on my focus list. I don't know what to think of these quantum names. I feel like they could break down at any minute. I feel like they could just rip to new highs at any minute. It would be kind of a like an anticlimactic sort of end if they just rolled over, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's holding that high volume candle pretty well, that gap up candle close. So we'll see. We shall see. IONQ, same thing. Tessie, I see people keep buying this thing in this range. I own it personally, but I see momentum traders trying to buy it in this range. Like, just let it break the fuck out. Like, just let it break out. It's just consolidating. I don't know what there is very like what's super attractive here. I mean, we have some pretty clear levels that we can buy through. Like, I know people are saying like, oh, breakouts don't work, whatever. I mean, they do work. It's just they don't work in super extended names, and they don't work very well when the market is super extended. But buying as price falls into moving averages while you are in a range is not, in my opinion, really like, I mean, it might be a good way to accumulate it if you're looking to take a long-term position, but for momentum traders, the best thing to do here is absolutely nothing. Is just sit and wait. I like this 325 level. That's where I bought it the first time, and that's kind of my average. I didn't add any last week. But again, I'm trying to build a position to hold long term. But from a momentum perspective, I think you want to buy like over this line, like 350. 350 is kind of where it's at, in my opinion. And just wait for that. Just wait, because you just buy, is sitting in a range. You know, you're just asking to get chopped up, and that's that. But the flag that it's building is really nice down here, I think. I hope that we hear some. I mean, I hope that we hear some really positive news with full self driving. I've been waiting for the major updates. I know that jurisdictionally there's more. There's been a lot of momentum, but still, I haven't heard like, oh, there's a city where like it's like robo taxis are working, like without you know safety chaperones or whatever they call them, supervisors or whatever. Like that, I think will be just some a monumental catalyst, because as robo taxis roll out and they're proven to be safe without supervision, then now all of a sudden you have like live case studies, and you can just say, hey, look what we've done here, look what we've done here, we've done this many miles, this many rides without any issues, any fatalities, whatever. I mean, obviously that's going to happen, but I think overall they're going to find that the math supports these things being much safer than humans driving, and surely if that's not the case right now, it will be. It absolutely will be. There's no doubt in my mind whatsoever that that software will be able to operate vehicles better than humans, and that is kind of the backbone, a very simple thesis that I lay my head on here. It's and then obviously the robot angle, the humanoid robot, the Optimus angle, which is still a couple of years away, but that will be like the real push. But I even think short term, and look, regulation is a bitch, and unfortunately, unfortunately, the decisions, well, at least to my knowledge, are made by humans, and a lot of them don't quite understand things that well. So there could be some significant regulatory hurdles in the robo-taxi's way. And I think what's a real pain in the ass there is you have to go state by state. And I mean, largely largely the rules are fed, but still though, you also have to I think win over the local jurisdictions as well, especially in the big cities, and that's where most of the money is going to be made for these robo-taxis. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of a pain in the ass, but it will be a battle that will be won, and robots will drive better than humans, and they'll be able to do it cheaper, and it'll be able to do it at any hour of the day. They don't, like, you'll be able to get a ride on Christmas. You won't have any like human related issues in my mind. So, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Like, it's just a matter of when. The biggest downside risk is things happening to Elon Musk, personally, keyman risk. And then, I mean, really, it's not really a risk in my mind, but it's just delay. Would be regulatory delay, which then could cause downward price action, just kind of shaking me out. But I have a tiny position, and I plan to add, slowly over time. So, anyways, bullish Tesla for sure. As I was interested, kind of surprised that Drux sold, but others picked it up. INTC, I bought this one Friday. No, I bought it Thursday. My initial little chunk right in one of these candles. And then I bought some more through here. I sold the ad, and I bought it again, and I'm just kind of sitting on it now. So my average is kind of like probably break even-ish, close to it. I think this one, I don't know. Crypto's interesting to me. The chart's holding up here. You have an UNR, the left side peak for XRP. To Bitcoin looks like right now. And this is pretty ugly, not gonna lie. I mean, it's a crispy, clean double top textbook on big volume. where it breached the left side peak. It failed miserably. Sold off on heavy volume and it's kind of continued the downside. It failed again, trying to bounce Friday. And the last double top we had, we retraced 30%. This is futures, but we traced 30%. Bitcoin is rather susceptible to double tops. Here, double top, pullback. Here, double top. Like, you know, it's kind of susceptible to them. So we'll see. We'll see. Just to me, it's just an opportunity to buy more as it comes lower. I'm a holdler for sure. But we'll see. This one's holding up. SYM, robotics company. I haven't dug too much into them, but I do know it's a big monthly breakout, so that is one thing not to ignore. It's gone up a lot, but it's building a really nice flag up here. So, and it hasn't gone up too much compared to some of these names. I mean, some of these names out of their bottom bases, they ran just like hundreds of percents. And it's holding up well. I mean, there's a lot of buying. We got really tight range up here. It's total change of character and price action. It's very linear and tight and clean. That's what I really like. I don't like this, you know, middle finger FU candle in the range, but I can get over that pretty easily. I don't know really where to buy it though. Preferably, I'd like to see it like pop up, kind of go sideways more, and kind of build more of a defined range, like a wedge or something. MACD is still downtrending. It's got some work to do, but all in all, it looks good. I mean, it looks good. It's a little thin, but whatever. It looks fine to me. All right. CLS kind of failed. Whatever. Baba, I own. I bought it on this day. 812. I don't know. It's getting real close to stopping me out, and I know we have earnings next week. So, I don't know. I just got a starter because this is one that I want to own for a long time. I don't really know what to make of it, this price action. And to be quite frank, I need to just study the company a little bit more. But just my basic general thesis is they are the AI leader of Asia. And they're China's golden child. But what always kind of hangs out in the back of my mind is that China black bagged Jack Ma. I mean, fucking hell. They literally black bagged him and took him to some like mindset correction camp essentially, and was like, you will be good. You will be good. You will not disrespect, you know, the Chinese government. Like, you will not talk out against us. Like, basically just fucking, I don't know what they did to the man, but they black bagged him. So like, imagine Jeff Bezos just getting black bagged by the US government and like thrown into a back of a trunk, and like nobody heard from him for, you know, a couple of months. Like, wouldn't that just like, or like Elon Musk, like that just just sounds so crazy, but it's not, because it literally happened. It literally happened. I mean, I love China. I lived in China. I love everything about Chinese people. I love the food. I love the language. I love really the history. Like, it's such an ancient place and such an important part of humanity. But the fact, though, that like in this day and age, they're literally their largest, like their their best company. The CEO can get black bagged. That's just fucked. So that does give me a little bit of pause here, and that's why I'll never really be able to allocate, like thinking long term, super long term, and I was like building, like I'm running a family office like Druck one day or something, right? Like, I could never allocate more than 10% of our, you know, our account to these names. I just don't know how we could, unless there's just some major change in the regime there. LU, you can come off. I'm not doing a good job at deleting names off here. APLD still flagging. I already got AMD on there. I can move you. NBTS, I own you. But it's basically right at my average. SOUN, I think always has to stay on the knees and we're sideways list. RBLX, I'm short. If you follow me on X, you know why. Long robots, short pedos. Big bounce though on Friday. lot of volume. Pedos must be buying the dip. I don't know. I'm curious to see what the news is. There was any. I know that they got an upgrade to investor grade or something. Blah, 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 blah. I also know that Arizona, the AG office, initiated a lawsuit against them regarding something to do with pedos and child safety. But, I mean, look, for me, I'm not worried. Like, for my kids, my future kids, I'm not really worried about pedos on Roblox. If anything, I'd be worried kind of for them, because me, being who I am, I would just train my kids to probably just troll them instead of like, hey, don't go on Roblox, little Alec Jr. There's bad people there. I'd probably be like, all right, look, if some grown man tries to recruit you and get you down in a little Roblox dungeon, you can let him take him down there. Let him take you down there, little Alec. But remember what I taught you. Remember what I taught you. We're gonna get him real good. And I think it's good situational awareness for kids. It's like I'd rather do role playing of them getting abducted online than like at a 7-Eleven. I know it's sick, but the world's kind of fucked up, and I think that we need to prepare our young ones for the worst. And no better place than in the metaverse. And I think Roblox would be a great place to troll some pedos. Good practice ground for my kids, but neither here nor there. I am short. I don't like Friday's candle, but whatever. If you can't hold a little pullback, a little bounce being a short, you probably don't have what it takes to be a short. I'm not really a short. I just take very select opportunities, and this one looked like one. I took it. But anyways, I'll probably just trail the 10 or something. We'll see. It may give a really big bounce one day or something. I don't know. It's kind of, this ignition kind of looks like a reversal candle. Maybe I'll put more shares on. I don't know. We'll see. This thing looks like shit. This one is interesting. It's thinned out a bit. I think this is an XRP related name. I'll leave you on there. Rigetto. Leave you on there. Galaxy. That was a short. Weed is interesting, I guess. I don't know, it's finally perked up. If it flags here, it's purely spec, but Trump had the dinner with the cannabis industry, and it was $1 million a plate. And I mean, that event kind of solidifies it in my mind that there is going to be some significant regulatory change at the federal level. The easiest thing I think to get done is a declassification, or not a declassification, a rescheduling. Now, like, it's just the implications of that. If you go from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 2, then all of a sudden pharma has it completely locked. But I don't know. I haven't read too much about it. I know that Rivers, the CEO of Trulieve, TCNNF, OTC ticker, was at the dinner, and obviously she doesn't want it falling into the hands of big pharma. None of the large MSOs do, like Curaleaf or GTI or PharmaCann, or really any of the big players in the limited license states. Like, none of them want it to fall into the hands of big pharma. So it could go Schedule 3, I think, but really it needs to be descheduled. I think the biggest immediate boost will be, if any of that happens, will be just banking, where a lot of money could potentially flow into the industry. But me being in the industry and understanding it intimately, it's fucked. I mean, unless there's some really large crackdown on all of the illegal operators and the Delta 8 and the Delta 9 producers, like, none of the licensed guys really have a shot. It makes it really hard, really difficult for them, because we have so much more overhead, from licensing fees to insurances to testing to all sorts of crap that we have to do on a daily, weekly, annual basis that black and gray market just simply does not have to do. They don't have to abide by those rules. So like, I mean, I could literally walk down the street right now and buy weed from the fucking gas station. It's just called Delta 9. And that's like to me, that's the biggest hurdle, short term, near term, for cannabis businesses. But all of the MSOs, they cannot survive in open license states, meaning states that don't have limit on license, like Michigan, California, Oregon, Washington. Most of the states that are legal don't have caps. They can only survive in the states that have the caps. Because if it was just fair market, these MSOs, they just get wiped. Like Curaleaf pulled out of Michigan, for example, because they would just got their shit kicked in. And Trulieve isn't in Michigan, but this doesn't need to be a dissertation on the cannabis market. But I do think that based on the dinner and just Trump and his momentum, that there will be something that happens here, and I think MSOS will rip higher in anticipation of that. So it's worth watching. Medic, I own this one. I forget which day I bought it. I went red slightly. I think I bought it 8/11. I went red slightly on Friday. Yeah, shitty candle, but it closed over the 10, so I'm holding it. We'll see. NEG, it did not fail. I mean, who knows what happens? It's such low volume, like there's nothing you can really even do unless it like has a really big bounce or something. I just don't know like how you actually short it. Maybe it does. I mean, that'd be kind of sick if it like ripped back up through highs or something. That would be awesome. But anywho, all right, let's go through the scan. I see, like, again, momentum swing traders like wanting to trade this fucking garbage. I just don't understand. It makes no sense to me. This is not a trading stock. This is an investing stock. It's slow. It's choppy. Like, I maybe would look at it to like maybe position myself long term, but there's just so many better options. Trash. Yeah, I like the first thing I look at when anybody calls a name out is like the ADR, the range, the speed that it could potentially move outside of a range. And if it's below 4 and their accounts are below 100 million, it's like, what the fuck are these guys even talking about? Like, truly. And then I look at it and it's just like a choppy madness. It's like, God, you need some self-love. Like, let's find clean stocks that make big moves. Simple. Clean stocks, clean price action, clean price history, where the stocks make they have a history of making big moves. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people even talk about this fucking company. Like, I look at this and I'm just like, it hates you. It literally hates you as a trader. It, like, for whatever reason you may be attracted to it, it hates you. Let's find stocks that have a history of making big, clean moves, fast, huge volume. I mean, it's bio, but it's a decent example. Big linear move, clean, it's nice. Not interested in it, but all right, let's find stocks that make really big, clean moves and have a history of doing so. They're not as common as people think. So far, we haven't stumbled across a 1 in this scan. This is pretty clean. because it's the it's the fertilizer industry chart. All right, what scan are we even looking at here? This is insane. All right, this is not the right scan. I was gonna say. Okay. This one. This one should work if it loads. Voila. Okay. Okay. Hood, my biggest winner. Up about cool 150% on it. All right, this one. Okay. This stock, BMNR, has a history of making really big move. Clean 1,000% in 3 days. Okay, great, we got that. Broke out of this range. It's popped up, and now we have kind of like this little flag forming. Another day or so, but this thing has the ability to make really crazy moves and move fast. It trades $2 billion plus a day. Like, this thing has to be on watch. I'm gonna need more sideways list. SoFi, I own you. You look good. Tem is finally, I don't even know. It's just temptation, the soul snatcher. Literally Nancy Pelosi of stocks. I don't know, like, build a flag, do something. I don't know. I'm gonna put it back on my needs and more sideways list. It's been on, it's been off. There's so much hype around it, and it trades a shit ton of volume. I mean, it traded $1 billion yesterday. It's AI, health. I should learn more about this company. I should put it on my list to learn about them. Right now, it's whatever. Like, I don't really see much. I guess you could have, like, you know, really put your, like, your thinking cap on and, like, bought it here or something. But whatever. RKLB is nice. RKLB is interesting. It's held up after earnings. It's building this nice little downtrend flag. The MACD's curling. This isn't bad. Doesn't look bad at all. And it's sustained a lot of volume. This thing has really been on a journey, though. Really been on a journey. From $3, I mean, it's up 1,000%, more than 1,000%. It's the high. Yeah, 1,500%. I mean, that's a fucking move. What a move. I don't have the cleanest level to work off of, but I mean, it could just be as simple as just a flag break. It's just up so much. I'm gonna put it on my needs more sideways and just pay attention to it. I really hate it when my needs more sideways list did not get any shorter, so I'm gonna have to do some more work and go back and clean it up here. Probably tomorrow. Yikes. Joby. BBAI, that was a shitty gap down. U's got a lot of momentum. I don't really like the chart. That candle in the middle is just ridiculous. That's a real chart fucker, isn't it? See how it looks without it. It's just so much. It's just distracting. Still though, I don't really like the chart that much. This would have been the spot to buy it. I mean, I guess you could buy it over highs. I don't know. I'm not totally stoked on it. I mean, it's still just in this giant bottomy saucer base. It's got work to do. It needs to go sideways and do all sorts of shit. I don't think it's anywhere near ready. Open, I like you the most. We already covered that. SMR, you got shitted on. I wonder how, what was it? Is it LTBR? I think that's what it is. I'm curious to see. LTBR? Yeah. Ah, look at that. Instant rejection. No surprise. Okay. SMR, you're dead. Yeah, a lot of these leaders, former spec leaders, are just kind of shit in the bed. Kaputzin. ASTS is just wonky. I mean, it's tight. It's putting in higher lows, but I mean, shit. Can we close green on the day once? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red days in a row. AFRM has a nice high tight flag up here headed into earnings. There's still a decent amount of space before earnings. 828. So I mean, we got 2 weeks. So it's definitely buyable, and that's a nice looking little flaggy. Looks good. It's a nice looking flag, bruh. Yeah. It's tight. Yesterday would have been a decent cheat day to buy it. Yeah, I agree. I think it does look pretty good. It does. It's just, where do you buy it? Like, Friday would have been a good cheat. But today, like, if you were to buy it Monday, I mean, where do you buy it? Over 80? And there's a decent gap from here to 80. Let's just see what 80 looks like. Is that 80? Nope. 80. What is this? Trend line. Label position on the left. Okay. Wait a second. Oh, that's a trend line, duh. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I mean, 80 seems clean, but then you're just running into all-time highs. So I wish that this flag was pressing closer. I mean, I'll still buy it. I just don't know exactly where. See, I like buying stock like when price is like literally hugging the line at open or at close. Maybe it gaps a little bit. It's only a couple points away. I mean, it's only right here. So we'll see. I'll put you on actionable. What is this thing? Yeah, there's just not a lot going on. Iron popping off of Wolf. I know Hut looked pretty good. I liked out of all of those shitco miners, now shitco data centers, I liked Hut the best. Now, obviously, I like Wolf the best, but before Wolf's potential EP, Hut was looking pretty good. God damn it. Still looks pretty good. I mean, it's tight. Looks good. I mean, look, if Google's taking stakes in Wolf, I don't see why other companies won't take interest in Hut. I mean, they all do the same thing, and I'm sure they're all in conversation in one way or another. So I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I'm gonna put Hut back on, and Hut, I mean, it trades decent volume. So we'll see. Okie doke. Solar, baby. Solar had a really nice day on Friday. I've been sitting in FSLR for at least a week or two, just kind of sideways. But yesterday was a nice day. Where were we? Crocs. This one's interesting too. I don't know anything about it, but it's one that I want to learn about. I see it brought up a ton on social. I don't really know shit about the company. You know, as I'm moving into my career as an investor, I need to definitely learn a lot more about the companies before I just, you know, I mean, like I'm okay with taking a technical chart pattern and getting in and learning second, but still though, I would definitely like to know a bit more about it. Yeah, solar. QS is holding up. This is the best move it's had since I've been a trader. I mean, since the beginning, this has been the best move. The volume's crazy. UNR at this level, like 950. I don't know. We'll put an alert there. We'll see. I traded the front side of it. It was sweet. Went straight up. Zero continuation and just shit the bed, but better than a sharp stick in the eye. I use 620 just on the daily too. Yeah, Wolf does have that offering, you're right. Yep, no problem. I use 620, it's a little faster. And it was just by like happenstance, like it was an accident. I just left it up on my charts for long enough and I just paid attention long enough. And one, it helps me identify, here's a really strong one, bull and bear divergences, which have been pretty useful for me in predicting trend change. That's such a fucking super strong, really clean one. It just kind of comes down to the same, like the way I read the MACD is the same as the price chart essentially, other than the divergences, but like the cleaner the MACD, the better. Like I want the MACD shape to look like the volume shape, to look like the price chart shape. I feel like CoreWeave did that. Yeah, so CoreWeave, really clean downtrend, like the volume, same thing, like real clean. And then MACD was the same. But like all three charts essentially look the same, and like that's a hallmark of just cleanliness and linearity. The cleaner the stock, the cleaner the price action, the stock's history of price action, just the better, always. And like that's what gets me excited. If you see me like hooting and hollering and ranting and raving about a stock, it's probably the cleanest looking stock, or one of the cleanest looking stocks in the market at the time. Because those always just give me the biggest moves, least headache, You know, you can take size in them. Like this one, I was, you know, hooting and hollering about ETH. I took ETH-U, I think, initially. I got chopped out of it like a ding dong, but like way early. I probably had like the lowest average in the group. Of course, me being too early, but this thing just, it doesn't really have like the best chart history of being clean, but this flag down here was super duper clean. And ETH-U doesn't give you the best representation. Looks a little bit better. But it just made this really big move up. And like, I don't need a ton of chart history of cleanliness. Like, if it even just in recent history, it showed me the ability to move 10% a day in basically a straight line, straight up. It's kind of all I need. And it builds this tight flag and really just obvious range, like so obvious, and really clean day one candle. And then it just rips 50%, and then, you know, another 50 roughly. And if you traded ETH-U, the leverage is even more. But yeah, I mean, it gave like two like no-brainer setups, 100%. What, another 50%. Yeah, big clean moves are what we want as swing traders. You don't want to trade choppy stocks with history of choppiness, like this thing right here. Yeah, it's going up, but fucking hell, who can hold any of this? Like, it's not meant for us. ONS I sold last week. I'm probably gonna end up regretting it. Every time I try to outsmart the moving averages, I end up looking like an idiot. This thing's flagging down here well. It's hard to look at because of this big, ridiculous move, but if you look at the price after, it's flagging well, and it trades still really high volume. And it can make big moves quick. They're not very, like, prolonged. I mean, probably just because it's in a range, but still though, I mean, I would figure that Webull would have more respectable price action and a more respectable chart. So, with all that being said, I don't know, I feel like it could do something. And it's building a nice flag down here, so why not? I'm gonna put this one on watch. There's a lot of social buzz around it too. People love it. Just not seeing a lot of stocks that are clean. Yeah, like SYM, like, yeah, it's holding up great, but like, it needs a lot of work. VSAT, another fucking one I fucked up. I bought it here on this day. Dainty and I both did, and then I sold it somewhere here. Okay, justifiably, but I took it off my radar and missed this whole move. It's a nice high tight flag up here. It's holding this peak, but I'm just not really interested in buying super extended names headed into these, you know, this seasonal weakness. It just doesn't make sense to me. I just think these names, they're just gonna get stuffed. This is fucking crazy chaos, but it can make big moves. But it is just crazy choppiness. Like, don't trade choppy stocks. It's really fucking simple. And like, if you just adhere to that, like, single kind of principle, trade clean stocks, this one's kind of setting up, your like opportunity set shrinks tremendously, and it forces you to trade you know, much cleaner, or I'm sorry, much fewer stocks, and honestly the best ones in the market, because the cleanest stocks, the cleanest setups go on and make the biggest moves with the least amount of headache. I mean, it's not rocket science at all, like at all. Like, just trade stocks that have a history of making clean moves, big clean moves fast. That right there will eliminate 90% of the field, 99% of the field, I'm sorry. And this is just something that I say all the time, and it's like, I don't know why. It really fucking confuses me because I've said it to people to their face, I don't know how many times, but yet they still are just like, I'm gonna buy fucking, I'm interested in new or some shit like that. It's like, fuck, man, you hate yourself. Love yourself. Like this thing, fuck. I know one guy in the group, Matt, who caught this. And Matt, honestly, out of all, like, you know, the aspiring traders, I don't care how big his account is, I don't care anything, you know, with regards to like how much money he has, whatever. This kid might be a grown man. I don't know. I'm not gonna call him a kid. He shows up every single day. He posts a watch list with a recap every day. He shows his averages every day, and he holds the names that he's buying. If you look at his watch list, he also, you can just see, because he's in Thinkorswim, he sets alerts on every single name. He's literally following the system, and he's showing bigger P&L percent gains than anybody else I see in the group. And it's just great because the dude just follows the system every single day the exact same way. But nobody else does. When I look at like the pit, or I look at the sandbox, and I look at all the Yahoos in there, like, I love them all, but like, what the fuck are all of these people doing? Like, so much non-stop random bullshit. Like, non-stop random bullshit trades every single day. Like, the ideas that I see flowing through, it's just like, have they not like read a thing? Like, have they not watched a single Chart Talk episode? Like, it is really kind of brain dead. Like trade stocks that make big clean moves, build a daily workflow that requires you to scan and premeditate your trades, and then the next day just execute them, and don't be a little fucking bitch. Like, don't be a little bitch and start doing random shit. Like, control yourself like an adult, resist temptation, and just do it. And I'm actually like really pumped to see Matt, I think that's his name, Matt or Mateo or something like that, Matty, I don't know, do it. And he's doing it. Great. I think everybody else should do it. There's other people who do it too. I mean, I don't need to shit on everybody in those two channels, but for fuck's sake, like, it's surprising to me to see how much randomness is there in those channels in the Discord, despite the umbrella that I have provided for the group that literally says don't do those things. Meaning, like, if you were to just read what I wrote and read what some of the other successful swing traders say, like, it's just counter to like half of like it's like there's too much, like, I don't know, like shotgunning Red Bulls in the morning or something. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but it's disappointing, but also it explains things really well why most traders fail. They just simply cannot do simple repetitive tasks day in and day out and focus on stocks that make big, clean, linear fucking moves. It's all you gotta do. Literally, it's all you gotta do. I digress. All right, next. Okay, Pony. Pony looks great. Pony's like the best looking stock to me. It looks awesome. Here, let's just run through what I just said, okay? Can it make big linear moves? Yes. Huge. 400% in 10 days. Does it have volume? Yes. Okay, so like right there, like those are like, and it was clean. Big move, flag, big move. It's building a tight range. All the moving averages are lined up. Like, we have a clear defined range, like over the IPO high, which you could have bought Friday. You know, if you're considering theme and stuff, you know, it may be like lacking there, but still though, it's like a B setup. It's like a four-star setup. Maybe a little bit higher, you know, it's got AI in the name. Fine, we'll give it another half a point. But like, this one looks good relative to most of the shit I see people trying to trade in the gallows of the server. But yeah, this one looks good. Big linear moves, and it can be up and down. Like if they're gonna make a big linear move up, if they usually also make the best linear moves down. Like, let's just look at a couple examples. CoreWeave, Beautiful linear move up. Look how clean down. Let's look at AEVA. Okay, big move up. Look how clean the move down is. Christmas tree. Now we're gonna hope that RBLX is gonna do the same. Look at that big linear move up. Hopefully it gives us a nice, linear move down. Shit, it's not rocket science. Labu. This is one of my longest holds so far. A very simple thesis. Outside of just rate cuts, the medical field, medical research, new drugs, basically all of biotech. The companies that embrace AI, which you have to if you want to survive, they are going to make some crazy breakthroughs using AI, and I think that it's going to be like a tides raises all ships sort of scenario, and this thing can move fast and make really big moves. It's been downtrending forever. I started buying it back in May, so I've just been sitting sideways in it. I stopped buying though well over a month ago, but yeah, that's kind of the thesis. Real simple. I don't like sitting in the leverage ETF too much for too long, but whatever. I haven't really seen any like negative effects. Some people can't join. Do you know why, Luca? Is it a role thing? Yeah, it's probably a role thing. If you can check, that'd be cool. Yeah, I would look at the common thread amongst the people that can't join. They probably have the same role. Okey-dokey. Look at this choppy chaos. Fuck. No, thank you. Yes, moral of the story. Clean chart history. It's that simple. Like right here. Like you has passed the Turing test. Like that right there is all you need to see. If a stock can move 50% like that, or like 5 APTRs in like a super clean linear fashion, like that's all you need. Like that just passes, like, okay, in the recent history, even better recent history, it's proven that it can make a big linear move, like even better, just like AEVA. Like this was one that you should not take off your radar. It is extremely strong. It has extremely strong thematic tailwinds. It trades decent volume, big enough volume for any of us. But fact of the matter is, it is clean as fucking. It's very clean. Okay, it's very clean. It's very simple. There's nothing more to say. Trade stuff like that. Here was another one, but it's kind of been fucking people around. This is interesting. I just feel like I just passed AEVA. I just saw a crazy downtrend. What was that? Nope. TSSI. Yeah. That was a great short. Damn. Yikes. Ugly. I see a lot more ugliness than I do prettiness, that's for sure. Like UUU is a diamond in the rough, which kind of takes away from its quality in a way. Yeah, clean levels, really easy to define, easy to see levels. Clean chart history. They just stick out. They just stick out like a sore thumb. Like if you have to think about it, or if you have to be like, this is like, this looks okay, or like, I don't know, I kind of like it. Like it's probably not. It's probably not actionable. Big clean moves. That's what we want. What is this thing? Oh. Jesus. Yeah, I can just tell like the amount of down arrow pressing I'm doing without pausing is telling for sure. Whoa. What happened? Uh-oh. Toss just like crashed. Alright, we good? Back in business? Back in business. Maybe I pressed the down arrow too fast and I broke it. What the fuck's going on? Oh. Well, anyways, we're almost at the bottom of the scan. I mean, there's not a lot, guys. There's not a lot to look forward to. I think that now's the time to track relative strength. Take smaller size than you normally would. That's a weird candle, Jesus. And just kind of pay attention, because like seasonality is real, and I wish I paid more attention to it over the years, because historically September, August are always my worst months, and it's no surprise after just kind of digging into some of the studies from past. Like immediately executable, Pony, AO, I guess. I mean, nothing that's like, I don't know. This is the best chart to me, for sure. I don't know. I'm going to keep trading them, but there will be no like 20% positions. There will be no 15% positions. Like a 10% position will be max for me right now. Just quite simply because of the things that I've already stated. If you guys want to talk about anything else, I'm down. Is this a scanning session that you do every weekend? Yeah, I do a longer scan every weekend. I usually clean up my needs more sideways list, but here I did a terrible job doing it because truly most of these names do need more sideways, and like they're still in play, kind of. What'll be really interesting to see will be how do they hold up over the next 6 months or 6 weeks or so, because I have a feeling we'll just start seeing things kind of just start puking, and you'll see more names getting stuffed, especially as we head into the end of earnings season. I mean, Nvidia is the last one. I'll probably end up cutting Baba in earnings. I bet you Nvidia sells off in earnings, pre-earnings. It would just make sense to me. Oh no, I mean I don't do it live every weekend. No, my chart talk episodes are like completely random, just when I have time to do them, and I had time tonight, so yeah. What up, Matt Cute? You're the man of the hour, bro. You didn't get to hear me talk about you and give you all the good graces. Yeah, man, I'm super pumped as to how you're carrying yourself in the server and what you're doing on a daily basis, especially in the watch list room. How you're just very consistent. You're holding your winners. You're following a process. What got me super stoked, and obviously I used TOS, was seeing all of the alerts on your on your list, which just tells me that you're following a system every single day. You're only taking premeditated triggers. You're holding your winners. You're the only one in the group who actually had any GG for as long. Like, everybody should have been all over that, but they're just too busy fucking worrying about new or whatever shitty stocks they're trying to trade. So it's really cool to see you focus on momentum, stocks that fit your account, and you're just following a practice. I like your little recaps, like all of that combined. Do that for the next 5 years, and bro, like you're gonna have tremendous results. I can't wait to see where you're at in 5 years. I hope I'm still in touch with you then, but yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. My only critique would be trade more stocks, get more selective, but still, you'll just figure that out in time. Or trade less stocks, I'm sorry. But yeah, dude, you're impressive for sure. Does anybody have anything they want me to touch on? Any charts? Anything? Talk about anything? I don't care. I got like 10 minutes to hang out. let's see, thoughts on BYON. What do they do? Oh, Beyond. This is a bankruptcy play, right? Because I heard they were going bankrupt. I don't know. I really don't know. It's not like a really clean setup by any means, but sometimes these bankruptcy plays get moving. I don't know. I mean, there's like no theme. There's no nothing. I don't really know. It's not that very interesting to me. I'm still in it. It's a shitty candle. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't really expect too much out of it. I mean, it's had really shitty candles before and it just went higher, but I think it's a little different story. I mean, we're up, almost 200% from the lows. I don't know what the news was. Was there news? What caused it? It wasn't like super duper high volume. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, I went red on it on Friday because I bought it on 8/11. But I'm just holding it until it closes below 10. It had a really big bounce, like off the 20, and then it closed above the 10. So I'll just fucking hold it. Whatever. It's a tiny position. I'd say it's like 4 or 5%. Solars, I mean, I'm all about them. It's a little confusing to me why they could be pumping so hard, just because I know none of the companies have production capacity. Like FSLR is literally, they have a backlog until 2030, and that's all in their public docs. Like, they even said it on their last earnings calls. Like, they literally cannot produce anymore. They have more plants coming up. I'm long FSLR. I think that solar is going to see a really big cycle, and I think long term it's the play, and that's why I'm there. That's why I just held it through the chop. But some fucking sick candles on Friday. I mean, from SED Jizzle to Run. I bought SEDG here, and then I was like, oh, sweet, we're up 25%. That was after my Inspector Gadget solar report came out. And then I just got stuffed, and like it wasn't even back on my radar because I was just chilling. I just been chilling in FSLR, but it was a nice candle. What are some of the other ones? I wonder if ENPH finally did something. Barely. JKS. See, JKS is significantly disadvantaged. So I think one of the big credits, the credits went away, and also JKS can't get the certification. I think it's like the RMA, or there's some solar specific certification that JKS can't get. Only like 10% of their hardware has it, while FSLR, all of their panels, all of their hardware has it. So yeah, FSLR is definitely the one. Is DQ another one? Yeah, DQ. This one actually looks pretty decent. This one doesn't look bad. It's got earnings coming up. I'll just set an alert here for the hell of it. What's the other one? NXT. Just choppy shit. Like, I like FSLR the best, and I'll tell you why. Because of this move. Connor Bates caught this one. It has the ability to make big fucking moves on crazy volume fast. Not very prolonged, because I think solar has just been in a constant state of misery for forever, and it's still just very much so an emerging technology. But I mean, we are in a serious energy crisis at the moment. With AI coming on and the data centers, and just overall just energy consumption. I mean, every human on Earth now basically has a cell phone, and we're all just consuming more and more and more power, especially as second and third world nations modernize, industrialize, etc. They're just going to be drawing more and more power. Like, we will just be consuming more and more power year over year, every year. And I just don't see a world where solar does not become a meaningful contributor to to our power generation. I rarely trim day one. So the question was, do you always sell a trade on the day you bought it if you aren't in profit on it by the end of the day? If you aren't in profit on it by the end of the day. A lot of times, yeah. It all depends on my position size, Zebra bra. I'm gonna call you Zebra bra. If it's if I have a tiny little starter sort of position, like I'm more inclined just to hold it. Like when I was just purely momentum swing trading, I would not hold though. I would usually like 90+% of the time sell if I'm red. One, I want that buying power for the next day and other setups. Two, like I want it to move away from my average quickly. So if you're hyper focused, building a strong swing trading system, I'd probably just recommend just to sell it if you don't really have any cushion. You can always buy back one, and then two, you don't have any risk now. It's just all cash in your account. Like there's more setups. I wouldn't consider Pony's recent price action to be very choppy, to be honest. I would consider this to be pretty like clean base building. I mean, like to say it's a range, right? And like overall, like this range is pretty freaking tight. Like Tem is choppy. Like this is a very wide and loose range. It's finally narrowing, but Pony is very narrow in my mind. It's getting increasingly more so, and just higher lows. All the moving averages are lining up. They're all starting to slope up. They're all in the right order now. You have the 5, 10, 20, 50, 100. Like it looks good, and like we're lining up with this IPO base. We have this IPO high that we breached yesterday. Like this line is very well respected, and then you have like this top line. So you have like this narrow band between 1630 and 1575. Like I don't know. It looks good to me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it, Matt. Yeah, like agreed. And like, you can also kind of draw this downtrend line to act as a little bit of a guide too. Kind of like stick it there-ish. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. Now, I don't look like very much forward to it right now, just again due to seasonality and all the things that are working against us. The queues just being ultra extended and whatnot. But like I still think that you should buy it just with small size. PGY. I think I stumbled across that one. I think it looks good. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It's got that big fuck you middle finger candle, but it's holding up. I've seen these before. Like Mod had one last earnings season, I want to say. Maybe it was here. It just though, it's a chart fucker. It's a chart fucker. It all of a sudden takes away from the cleanliness of the chart, and it's pretty significant. Now it's held up well. Let me see. I'm trying to think of other ones that kind of had that in the past. I don't know. I just don't like this in the middle. Yeah, exactly. Like you right now. Yeah. And like you hasn't really progressed yet. So it'll be interesting to kind of track these charts so that we can get a feel for how the market, tends to care about them. If you have your own notebook, you can call them like middle finger charts or whatever you want to call them, and just kind of see how they progress and play out. I think that's extremely important. Everybody should be doing that, and watching just how all the various patterns play out over time and grouping them. And I think it's extremely important now more than ever, because if you build that database, you have AI now. You can literally just feed it all into AI and extract all sorts of cool, things that you can infer, and just subtle data points, and just the way that price reacts given certain patterns and anomalies like those two candles over time. Yeah, but yeah, you should definitely be categorizing charts, building database. See, like UUU even kind of had one too. I mean, it's not as bad, but it's kind of the same thing. TXG had a FU candle. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like on volume, but still though, it just tells me that, I don't know, like, does it, if you just go back to like the first principles, like, has it made a big move up recently, a big clean move up? Like, already it's kind of a miss. Like, it's already rolled out immediately for me just because of that, but yeah, it doesn't really have like that clean chart history. Yeah, I didn't check out UU's earnings. Yeah, like for me, gaming too good. Like number one, has the chart made a big move up recently? Like a big clean move up recently? Like that's really important for momentum trading. GoPro is kind of one of the AP stocks. It's holding in there. I mean, it literally looks just like what the hell's it called? Open. Like Open did last Wednesday. But I would just focus on Open. Open's already gone though. I don't like GoPro has literally nothing going for it. I saw like a little GoPro stand at the store the other day, and it just was so sorry. DJI is taken over. Like they just taken over. But yeah. It has a high short interest. Yeah, definitely. And so is what, Donut, D-Nut, D's Nuts. Yeah, like it's still a similar shape. But Open though, like legitimately, I think has a chance of doing something. PPTA, I did not. I probably just glazed over it. Let's see. It's just choppy madness. There'd be no interest from me here. Like it has no history of making like big clean linear moves. Like it's just chop. Yeah, VSAT clean for sure. That's why I bought it. So VSAT, I bought it on this day here because it broke out of this range. So, and then it did it on a nice, very nice clean move up about 50%. Then it gave the first flag, and then I bought the first flag. It didn't continue. It chopped into this like bigger flag, but yeah, looks good. I mean, it even looks good up here as a high tight flag. It's just high tight flags don't work very well late stage of rallies. Like they don't work really well. All right, guys. Well, it's been great chilling. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna dip out, but I will see y'all tomorrow. And if you took, like, like if you just literally didn't hear a thing I said, but heard only trade stocks that make big clean moves, great. You're ahead of most. So just focus on that. Peace.